it's Holly with Ivy Cole Creations, and today I decided to go back to November and go through Miranda's crop challenges that she has on her Facebook group called My Scrappy Life. And her challenges were so much fun to do, and I know I'm doing them in January, but that's the great thing about doing things on the internet is you can just go back and play with them if you haven't done it before. So this was a Disney inspired challenge. She really liked Brave and Merida. And so the point of the challenge was to do something with family or scrap something with family, and then scrap something that had either curls or waves in it. So I also used the sketch, which was a different challenge, to create this layout. So what I did was I went through and found my Vicky Bouton stencil from Sugar Rush, and I used Tattered Rose, Worn Lipstick, Distress Oxides below Chipped Sapphire and Wilted Violet Distress inks. And I created this gorgeous wave pattern on top of my background paper. My background paper is a 12 by 12, and then I had these two other pieces that were 12 by 12, but I had cut them for some reason and then never used them. So I decided to just use the pieces that I had already cut, and I decided to use those as my base pages for the setup of this layout. Now the sketch calls for 2 photos, and of course I can't do 2 photos. Well, I don't do 2 photos. I always have more than 2. So I have 6 photos, and these are just photos of my kids and I and my mom at the beach. We have river and an outlet just near the ocean, and so we decided to take a walk along the beach. This was the spring of 2020, so everything was in lockdown, and we had to find the wildest places to hang out in. So that's what the photos are from. And I decided that I wanted a really big title. So I have these wonderful dies. They're from scrapbook.com, and they are just 1-inch basic, 1-inch basic titles. And then the little ones are lawn fawn, and they're pretty old. They're like 5 years old or something like that. And all I did was I had this piece of scrap lavender paper, and I just took the Chipped Sapphire and brushed some on, like dry brushed it on to the paper to give it a little bit more of a mottled look, and ran the name of the park, McDonald Park, through my die cutting machine. Once I got my title down on my page, I decided I wanted it to have a little bit more definition. It was looking very light. And so I literally just took my little stubby paintbrush and dipped it on the ink pad itself, and then rubbed it on the letters. I really liked the way that this turned out. I didn't use any water, no water at all. It's literally just brush to ink pad and then onto paper. And anything I wanted to blend out a little bit more, I just used my finger and rubbed it along. I just wanted to give it some shadow, some definition, a little bit more of definement, just because it was so pale that I couldn't see where the letters started and where they ended, because they were sitting across that pink paper. I love the way that it turned out. I am so happy with this. This is one of my favorite layouts. And then I went digging for journaling spaces. I have to put journaling spaces on every layout, and I have to journal on every layout. if only just to say where we are and what we're doing. These books are not going to be for me. They're going to be for my kids. And so I want them to be able to look at it and remember the memory. Remember doing that. If they don't remember, that's okay. I mean, obviously in this, they were 3.5. So it wasn't like, I doubt that they'll remember, but it's like they're able to look back and know where they were and look that place up on a map. And then if they want, they could go back and find it and just see where they walked before. I know that I've done that. Like my parents have told me, you know, places and things and stuff like that. And then I've, as an adult, gone back and been able to find places where I was when I was a kid. Once I got my journaling down, I went through and found some flowers or some floral stickers that had this beautiful, like, it's not quite navy, it's like a blue-gray color, and this dusky pink that matched the pink paper in the background. And so I just had fun playing with that stuff. I added some gold leaves to things, and I just made a little cluster. I also ended up making a cluster at the top just to balance that out and make my visual triangle. And then I added a couple enamel dots, and that's about it. So please don't forget to check out the description box below for everyone who's playing along with Baby Got Scraps. And also, please check out Miranda Weber. She's My Scrappy Life here on YouTube, and she also has a Facebook group, and I will leave all the links and everything down in the description box below. So thank you so much for spending your time with me, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you.